Hello YouTube, it is I, the Digimon Emperor, giving you guys a deck profile for one of my favorite Digimon of all time, Kimeramon from EX9. I held off on this deck, one, because I was waiting to pick up old art my Kimeramons, and two, because I was waiting for the promo that made this deck actually really good. I was able to get them off a guy at Locals, shout out to Ivan. I was able to finally finish this deck. And yeah, we'll give you guys the deck profile. I'm missing one Analog Youth. I saw him have one, so maybe I can talk to him about it next week. Or I can just get it back from somebody I'd let borrow it. Or just pick one up myself. Either way, we'll get on with the deck profile. I'm going to play 4 copies of the EX9 Kimeramon, which is just a beautiful artwork, honestly, for less than 10 bucks. So beautiful. He is the boss of the deck. He has Rush, Sing Security Attack +1. All turns he gets 1,000 for every different color. It has Assembly for -7, so you play him for 3 cost. And then you can play, on play, placing 1 level 4 or lower DM card. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the same color as any of your Digivolution cards. Then it says 6 or more cards with different sources. Delete with different colors in its Digivolution. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon for each different color. So it's just a really insane board wipe. And Security Attack with Rush. Next, I'm running 3 copies of Skull Greymon. This is a card that lets you cycle and get your trash set up, grab back what you need from your trash. It also counts as a level 4 for your assembly. You can only assembly with level 4s. Skull Greymon, of course, counts as level 4 because he's part of Kimeramon. Also has, on deletion, you may play level 4 with the trash, and it also has the same inheritable effect. Next, we're running the best CM card from what I've heard. I actually haven't gone into this yet, but I've heard a lot of talk about how amazing Vadamon is. I really hope to see. I need to try out a little bit more DM plays. I haven't really drawn into this at a relevant time yet, but from reading this card and seeing results recently from it, I can tell this card's insane. Next, I'm running 2 tech cards. I'm running 1 Raidenmon Ace and 1 Titanmon Ace. That's really good cards because you're going to end your turn on a Kimeramon most of the time, or a Metal Greymon, or a Vadamon, and just being able to, like, Fragment. Oh, yeah, that's Fragment. Oh, this card's fucking crazy. Oh, sorry, YouTube. Anyway, ignore that. This is why the videos are for adults. But yeah, no. Yeah, these 2 cards are just really good aces because you're normally ending on a Kimeramon or a level 5. And just this one has such a nice toolbox, and this one has the ability to, it has blocker, collision, and when on any version 5 trait suspend, devolve 1, and then you may unsuspend one of your Digimon, then you may suspend. Then you may suspend 1 Digimon. So it's just a nice way to tap things down and devolve. And this one's just a nice toolbox effect. Moving on to level 4 purples, I run copy of Devidramon. Sorry, I know the Digimon on the WoW stutter in there. 1 copy of Devimon and 1 copy of Ogremon. I'm not going to go over their effects because this would make the video take an hour. But yeah, those are the purple ones we run. They're all EX9 cards. You can look up their effects. I'm running. I will say Monodramon is a devolve on attack and on play. And this is the one of the best cards you're playing off Titanmon. I will say that one. It also has inheritable blocker. Then I play 1 copy of Raremon. Sorry, not Raremon. It's Raremon. It has on deletion, devolve. It's nice. And then we're going to move on. I play 2 copies of Quagamon. This is like the one this is a version 4 again. So another card you're playing off of Titanmon. So I run a couple more copies. It's also one of my favorite ones. On play, when attacking, place a card from your hand that's the bottom dissolution card. Suspend one of your Digimon, and they can't unsuspend the next and unsuspend phase. 1 copy of Kabuterimon, 1 Cusk, 1 Greymon, 1 Airdramon, 1 Angemon, and 1 Unimon. Again, I'm not going over the level 4's effects. That will take all video. I apologize. 2 copies of Garurumon. It's a version 2. That goes without saying. Trashing sources is very important with Kaguyamon running around. 1 Vegemon. Next, for the level 3s, I'm running 3 copies of Betamon. I was running 2 copies of Electmon, but I don't know. I like Betamon more. Just having jamming, rather have that than like minusing security. Just doesn't really come up as much. Then I'm running, instead of running the 2-2 split of Electmon and Betamon, and instead of running 3 of this and 2 Betamon, 2 Electmon, I'm running 4 Gabumons. Another way to get jamming, which is important, just so Kimeramon doesn't die. It's a Searcher, version 2. Next, we're running the best DM card, in my opinion, is Biomon with Raid. Then, that is it for our level 3s, level 4s. I will now move on to option cards. which is I'm running 2 copies of File Island to buff our Kimeramons and have a nice security bomb. Then I'm running the new card, which is Insane Synthetic Monster, which I'm waiting for this card. This card makes the deck really nice. It is basically very similar to the Zed Millenniumon deck I just did, but it doesn't really work that well, and I'm going to reread it to explain why. Why the Digimon with DM traits, and you can ignore this card's colored requirements, so it works better with purple-based Zed anyway. And then for this deck, it doesn't really matter because it's going to ignore the color requirements. On main, it's draw 2, trash 2 cards in your battle area. Again, it's doing basically what the other option card does for Z already, but better. So it's like just another consistency card you could run if you really wanted to. Main, delay. By deleting one of your play costs 7 or lower Digimon, you may play 1 Kimeramon or Millenniumon traits in your trash with its play cost reduced by 3. So for Kimeramon Secret, you're playing Kimeramon for a cost -3. Then you can assemble for make it basically a free Kimeramon from your trash. You can't, of course, delete Kimeramon for that effect. You have to delete another Digimon, but that's easy to do. Now, here's why I don't like this in Zed. Let me pull out my Zed deck real quick, because it's right next to me, so I just did the deck profile. And I'll pull out the reason why I don't like this card in Zed Millenniumon. Because most of the time, look at that, 8 play cost. You mostly have a Kimeramon on your board that you want to delete, but you can't delete it because it costs 8 and it's not a 7 play cost, which is why I really don't like it. Plus, you get to play what? A Millenniumon for -3 cost? Cool. I'm paying a ton for that. So the best one you're playing is the Jogress one for... Let me calculate the Jogress again. Or like the Digicross. You're playing that for... Oh boy, it's now from a 10 cost to a 7 cost. Whoa, I'm paying 7 memories still. It's just not worth it in Zed, in my opinion. I've tried it out. It just never came up. It was just there I mostly used it for the draw. Next, I'm running 3 copies of Analog Youth. I am missing one right now, but I wanted to give this deck profile since I got the promo in today. So 3 copies of Analog Youth. This is just the best card for DM decks, in my opinion. And then I'm running 2 copies of Analog Man, just as our memory setter. And for the Egg of Choice, I run 4 copies of Tsunomon. I do have exactly 1 hard foil that I want to get rid of at some point. So that is it for the Kimeramon deck. I hope I gave you guys a great deck profile and explained some stuff very well. If you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe for more Digimon, Vanguard, and all kinds of TCG content. I hope to do a ranking video soon for the best decks for Hacker Slumber. And if that's your interest, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll catch you later. Ciao.